Hi, my name's Tony. I'm one of the coaches, and I've got the pleasure of introducing one of our coaches, Guy. So, Guy's joined the team recently and brings a wealth of knowledge and experience, to the Up Coach team. But he's also a really great fit that I think will be awesome for us, but also for our clients as well. Now, I know a little bit about Guy. I know that he loves a good ocean swim. I know that he's a great family man. And I also know that he loves a good red as well. So I wanted to sort of spend a little bit of time just getting to know a little bit more about Guy, but also sharing that with our clients. So I've got a few questions to ask him, and hopefully we can understand the man behind the coach. So, Guy, tell us a little bit about your history. What's your story?
Well, first of all, I like Shiraz. I have to tell you, it's my favourite
Excellent.
red. So my story is, I had a pretty normal family upbringing. I went to university. I studied business and economics, and my dad wanted me to earn money, so I got into a job, and I started working with businesses, small, medium, and large, who were importing and exporting, and I found it fascinating. Yeah, I just loved it. I knew what was coming into Australia and what was going out. There were some fascinating things at the time, I can tell you. And then some crazy person at the time decided that I might be a leader of people at age 24. And my team, which was relatively small, they're about twice my age, and they'd done it for so many years. It was really quite kind of, breathtaking in some way. But they were really good to me, and I learned. And then as I worked for a number of different businesses in different roles, it became more about leadership. It became about strategy, managing P&L, and developing people so they could drive the business. And then about 10 years ago, I made the permanent move into learning, leadership, development, and coaching. And so it's become kind of second nature to me. In fact, at home, my wife will often say, "Please don't start coaching me. I know your questions." And so that's how I got into it. And, it's been a really kind of strange path to it, but I just love the work.
So why did you join Up Coach?
I got introduced to Up Coach, and the type of clients really kind of fascinated and interested me.
Yep.
And so I got to meet a number of clients, and they were just such really passionate, hard-working people who really wanted to either grow the business, free up their time, develop their people. And as I sat in with them, it felt that I'd become part of their kind of adventure and journey. I haven't been able to step away from it, to be honest.
Great. And why do you love coaching?
I really like to help people, business owners, even executives in some really large businesses, kind of define what it is that's really important to them and what they're going after, and then work with them to go after it. And probably what gives me most enjoyment is seeing sometimes the lights going on for them on certain things, and shifting mindsets, and actually at the end of the day being successful in whatever it is that they've defined success as. Revenue, time, more time with family.
Yeah, that's great. And what would you describe your style of coaching would be?
That's a good question. I would say, if you'd ask the clients I work with, they would say, "Guy partners with us." Yeah. So when he needs us to hold us accountable, he will. But he's in there with us. It's like, we know he's always there. So if there's a problem or an issue or something they're thinking about, they've got somebody who's going to give them a somewhat impartial view and ideas on what they should do.
Yeah. And how do you get your clients, if you like, to focus on those key issues that they're trying to work with?
Well, sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not. What I'll typically bring them back to is, what was it that we said you were going after? Yeah. What are your goals? What do we agree on the plan? We agreed to do this. If you want to get there, this is what you need to do. And I'll help them with that. Yeah. Breaking habits is not necessarily an easy thing for people to do. I actually work on that with them as well.
Good. And how do you keep them motivated and focused?
Well, a couple of things. One is always bringing them back to what they're going after. And also I'll often put them in that space of, in 12 months' time, what will it look like? What do you want it to look like? What will it look like? And I like to think I bring a lot of energy and positivity. So, there are different ways of looking at things. There are some things you can't control, there are some things you can influence, and there are some things you can control. I focus on the control and influence. The stuff that we can't control, leave it aside. Don't waste the time on it. And so I think that then gets the people I'm working with focused, and when they're focused, they get better results.
Yeah. And it's all about results, but when we sort of focus on those types of things, how do you get results for clients?
Well, it's been, as I said earlier, let me start that again, ask that question again.
So it's all about results. How do you actually get results for clients?
So again, it's coming back to those early, the early time where I spend with them. Yeah. So in understanding what's going on, you know, from financials to clients to them and where they're at and their people. But it's agreeing that plan and the way we're going to go after it, yeah, over a 12-month period, and bringing them back to that when I need to. It's really easy. We're all busy, yeah, and so I will hold them accountable to things. But I'm also, you know, I'm human, yeah, and I want them to succeed.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll go a bit faster on some things, and sometimes we'll kind of go a bit slower because that's what's required.
Yeah. And if I was a client, how would I get the most out of you?
So I think the first thing is turning up.
Yeah.
The second thing is being really open and honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really important to me. The more I know, the more I can help. And I think the other is being engaged. Yeah. And actually, the clients I work with, it's pretty rare somebody's not engaged. Yeah. They don't bring us on to not go and achieve something substantial.
Yeah, that's great. Describe for me an ideal journey with you and a client. What would that look like?
So I think the ideal journey for me is being able to build that rapport up front. Yeah, spending some time with the client. A little bit about me, a little bit about them. I really want to know about the business, and so I'm pretty thorough in terms of what I go after. So I'd like to get to lock that down early. If you don't lock that down early, it can be a really winding journey that's not got a place of landing. The second is agreeing the steps and the stages with the client. Yeah, I don't set them; it's with the client, and then measuring those milestones, and along the way celebrating. And sometimes they're just the little wins that can make a big difference. And that journey would see a series of successes and some setbacks. That's normal. Sometimes 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, but making that progress. And then ultimately, what's the ideal for me? Actually, a client saying after 12 months, can you be with us for the next part of the journey?
Yeah, excellent. And thinking about sort of success and success for you, what does that look like with you and UpCoach? What does success and UpCoach look like for you?
I think it's clients saying, I want to work with Guy. Yeah.
Simple. Excellent. Well, Guy, it's been great sort of meeting you, and I know that you're going to be a massive hit with everybody at UpCoach. You're a great fit. You're a great coach. You bring a wealth of that knowledge and experience that we're always looking to glean from you. So, welcome to the team, and it's going to be great having you with us.
Thanks, Tony. Great being here.